How did Balenciaga miss the most obvious rule in advertising? I'm Jeff Beer, and this is Fast Company's brand hit or miss of the week. This week, we have a miss, and it goes to Balenciaga for somehow not getting the memo about never letting brand advertising get within a bajillion miles of anything that could even remotely be construed as child exploitation. Obvious, right? Earlier this month, the Kering-owned fashion brand launched two new ad campaigns. One called Balenciaga Gift Shop, the other called Garde-Robe. The former featured pictures of kids holding teddy bear handbags that were all beat up and wearing fishnets and leather straps, looking a wee bit too BDSM. The latter, which had Nicole Kidman among the models in an office setting, had prop paperwork on a desk that, when zoomed in, appeared to be paperwork of the Supreme Court's 2008 decision in U.S. versus Williams, which examined whether laws banning the pandering or promoting of child pornography curtailed First Amendment freedom of speech rights. What the fuck is going on here? Well, that's what a lot of people said. It took almost 2 weeks for the brand to respond to critics initially, and after a few of the now obligatory social media apologies, on November 25th, Balenciaga then filed a $25 million lawsuit against the production company behind the gift shop campaign, in what can only be described as a very splashy passing of the blame buck. But then, in a November 28th statement, Balenciaga said it takes, quote, full accountability for our lack of oversight and control, and could have done things differently. Ladies and gentlemen, the understatement of the year. Okay, let's rewind for a minute. In 2015, Balenciaga hired Demna Gvasalia, known as just Demna, as its new creative director with a mandate to make its clothes and products feel, quote, urgent. The result has been a buzzy, incredibly popular brand that has reveled in stunts and viral social chatter surrounding things like models dressed like refugees carrying trash bags made of expensive leather, or charging $520 for a ceramic mug with a Monster Energy inspired logo. Anyone else getting serious Mugatu vibes here?
Derelict! It is a fashion, a way of life inspired by the very homeless.
It's efforts like these that help the brand become a part of culture. And when you trade in controversy, eventually, common sense starts to look like just another hurdle. And that's when third rails are stepped on. And whoo boy, this was the thirdest of third rails. The only not quite saving grace here is that the brand did take full responsibility for its actions eventually. Now, it waits to find out what the long-term consequences may be. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Fast Company's channel, and please come back every week to check out more of the Brand Hit or Miss series.